Hello everybody, my name is Grandmeister, and today we are going to show off my budget $250-ish PC budget VR build. So, the specifications of the system is an i5-2500, a GTX 1050 Ti, and 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now, I bought the PC on eBay, an optiplex 790 used with 4 gigabytes of RAM and no hard drive, and an i5 2500 for $70 free shipping. Now, I had to get 4 more gigabytes of RAM, of course, to at least have 8 gigabytes to play most games. It's better that way than having 6 gigabytes, and of course 4 gigabytes is just not enough for most newer games. Now, on eBay, you can get them for around $20. So that brings the cost of our PC build from $70 to $90. Next, we added to get a hard drive, and you can get a standard 500 gigabyte certified refurbished on eBay for around $20. So that would be $110. Then we got the graphics card, which was $125, which brings the price from $110 to $135. Now, we had a few problems with the PC. For one, you need Bluetooth to get those controllers on the VR headset going, and you need USB 3, which this computer had none of those. So we had to buy a USB 3.0 PCIe card off of Amazon for about $15. So that brings it to $150, plus we had to buy the Bluetooth dongle, which was about $10 at Walmart, which brings it to about $260. So it is around the $250 mark. Now, the VR headset that I have chosen is a much more budget-oriented VR headset, which is the Lenovo mixed reality headset. It doesn't actually do mixed reality, but it does do virtual reality for PCs. It's Windows mixed reality, and it is great and fantastic. I totally recommend it. It's a much cheaper alternative for budget gamers like you or I. Now, this VR headset had to be plugged in with USB 3, and of course I needed Bluetooth, so I got those in, got the drivers installed, and we had our VR PC ready to go. Now, since we got it all ready to go, we will show you the benchmarks. So let's start with non-VR games. First up, we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. At the high settings, we get a minimum of 12 FPS, an average of 37 FPS, and a maximum FPS of 61. And for our other one, we tested out the Ultra preset for Far Cry 5. We got a minimum of 34 FPS, an average of 40 FPS, and a max of 47 FPS. Now we get to the good stuff, the VR games. So first up, we have Gorn. We got a minimum of 37 FPS, an average of 67 FPS, and a max of 90 FPS. Beat Saber on I don't know what settings. We got a minimum of 34, an average of 90, and a max of 159. On Pavlov VR, we got a minimum of 32 FPS, an average of 65 FPS, and a max of 90 FPS. As you can see, the benchmarks are very good. You get stable FPS on all games with at least high settings. And on most VR games that I have experienced, you get very good frame rate on at least low settings. Now there are a few exceptions with that. I would assume, I have not tried this, take this with a huge grain of salt, but I assume that Fallout 4 VR would probably not work very well on this machine. You'd probably have to turn down some settings in the INI files. I don't know exactly how to. Skyrim did indeed work, but I had it for only a tiny little bit, so I couldn't show that. And that is all. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.